Hey there, Pisces. How are you this morning? My name is Sherilyn, and I'm here to do your weekend bonus reading. This one is going to be for, upside down. Okay, this one's going to be for June 27th, 28th, and 29th. That should be Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, we hope. That's it. We're going to do it the same way as we always do it. I'm going to call out all 12 signs. When I call out a sign, whoever comes to your mind first, that's who we're speaking of. We'll pull 2 cards for each of the 12 signs. This is to give you some sort of an overview into the current dynamic between you and the person that came to your mind when I called it out, okay? At the bottom, we will pull 2 cards each for Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. It's to give you some sort of insight as to what might be coming towards you this weekend. The hope is that it will help you to somehow more easily navigate your way through the weekend ahead, okay? All right, that's what we got. This one's for my Pisces, Pisces, Pisces. Pisces is, no, just kidding. All right, let's see. All right, if you're a Pisces currently dealing with an Aries, I have the High Priestess and the 5 of Swords. So this Aries is viewing you as somebody who basically has secrets, somebody who there's a lot of conflict with right now, both with them and other people, it feels like. So it feels like there've been better days for you in the Aries, okay? It feels a little rough right there. If you are a Pisces dealing with a Taurus, I have the 3 of Swords and the 9 of Wands. So this Taurus is viewing you as somebody who's very wounded right now by something that has just taken place. They're saying you're quite heartbroken. It does feel like this is something that's happened with this Taurus to me. Okay. If you are a Pisces dealing with a Gemini, I have the 8 of Pentacles and the Strength card. So this Gemini is viewing you as somebody who is totally invested in something and has the strength to stand behind it. I don't know that I feel like the investment is in the Gemini. At least I don't feel like it's in a romantic sense. This could be a lifelong friendship, that I can see. But it just doesn't feel like it's romantic right here. But there is a ton of loyalty, and there is emotion here. It just doesn't feel romantic, okay? If you are a Pisces dealing with a Cancer, I have the 9 of Swords and the Empress. So this Cancer is viewing you as the Empress. So you're all that and a bag of chips, okay? You're the whole deal. You can nurture anything to make it the greatest version of itself it could be, okay, if you set your mind to it. But right now you're incredibly stressed out about something. This does feel like it's with the Cancer. It's not coming through to me what it's about, but you're stressed out when it comes to the situation with the Cancer for some reason. They're still viewing you as the Empress, though, so. If you are a Pisces dealing with a Leo, I have the Knight of Wands and the 8 of Swords. So this Leo is viewing you as somebody who can be slightly temperamental, a little bit impulsive, and right now you're restricted by your thoughts, meaning you're like locked away in a mental prison right this minute over something, not acting like yourself. This one does not feel romantic to me, but it does feel like somebody who's concerned right now, okay? There's concern because you're not being like yourself. If you are a Pisces dealing with a Virgo, I have the Ace of Cups and the 7 of Cups. So this Virgo is viewing you as somebody who has a cup full of love and you're trying to decide where to put it. The Virgo is saying that you have many options. They do feel like they're one of the options. They're just not sure if they're going to be the one you choose. So that's how that sits, okay? If you are a Pisces dealing with a Libra, I have the Sun card, and then I have the 6 of Swords. So you make this Libra very happy. There's no question about that. But you are trying to take your life into calmer waters or solid ground. And in doing so, this Libra feels as though they're being left behind, is what this feels like. And they're not mad about it, okay, because they want the best for you. But there's some sadness tied up in this, it feels like. If you are a Pisces dealing with a Scorpio, I have the 7 of Wands and the 10 of Wands. This Scorpio is viewing you as somebody who's incredibly defensive, especially towards them. You're carrying an incredibly heavy burden, and it does feel like this burden is because of the Scorpio. So I guess that's why you're defensive towards them there. If you are a Pisces dealing with a Sagittarius, I have the Knight of Cups and the Star card. So the Sagittarius, they see you as the knight in shining armor. Really, they do. You have the ability to come in and save their whole world. You can make everything better, is how they see it. and they're holding on to a tremendous amount of hope and faith that you're going to do that. If you're on board, it shows promise. I don't know, but that is their hope, okay? If you are a Pisces dealing with a Capricorn, I have the King of Wands and the Six of Cups. The Capricorn is somebody who has history with you. They have a significant amount of history with you, okay? But they feel as though you are in the King of Wands. So you are somebody who is charismatic, a natural born leader, a lot of fun to be around. You're not somebody to tie down. They just don't feel like you're ready to be tied down. Basically, they're saying you're a player. That's what they're saying. If you are a Pisces dealing with an Aquarius, I have the Devil and the Hierophant. So the Aquarius is claiming that you are either obsessed with a higher level of commitment, or you are, maybe you're obsessed with staying out of a higher level of commitment. There's some kind of an obsession or an addiction here, and then it plays into some sort of a preconceived notion or I don't know. Let me keep going, come back to that one. If you are a Pisces dealing with another Pisces or sending yourself a message, I have the Five of Cups and the Ten of Cups. What this is saying is that you have a sense of loss and regret towards something that you felt was going to be your Ten of Cups. What you're trying to tell yourself is to give yourself some patience and grace because you're not over it yet. Okay, that's what that's kind of boiling down to. The Hierophant and the Devil. I don't think this is a higher level of commitment. I think this is some kind of preconceived notion, something that you were raised to believe was right or wrong and you're questioning it now. Or something that you were raised to believe would make you happy and now you're questioning if that's true, or it's something like that. The Aquarius is not romantic. This is like a family friend or somebody who's known you for a long time. They're somehow attached to this notion that you're trying to rebel against, or I'm not positive on that one. We'll have to let that go. Sorry, I'm almost out of time. Friday, I've got the 10 of Swords and the 7 of Swords. Somebody has betrayed you and you do not trust them when it comes to Friday. I don't know how that comes into play, but that's with those two swords, that's what that is. Saturday, you have the 4 of Pentacles and the Page of Swords. There's just something here on Saturday you can't quite let go of yet. You're trying. You're really trying. You're trying to find clarity. You're trying to find closure, but you just can't quite let go yet. Sunday, you've got the Queen of Wands and the King of Pentacles. So you're coming through in boss energy on Sunday. You're also coming through with the knowledge, which you had all along, I believe, that you can have anything you really want if that's what you want to do. The kicker here is you deciding what it is you really want, Pisces. Okay? And I don't know that you have figured that out yet. Nor have I figured out why we've got the Hierophant and the Devil here from the Aquarius, but this has something to do with some deep-rooted, deep-seated belief that you have that's being questioned now. Something that you've stood strongly behind in the past, and all of a sudden now you feel like if it's wrong, everything's wrong. This one's way deep. This is a whole reading right here. We're going to let that go for now, but this Aquarius is just concerned about your mental health and your well-being, and they are eagerly watching to see how you're going to play this out, I think. I don't know. That's what I'm getting on that one. Anyways, okay, there you go. I've never had that happen yet in all the bonus readings I've done. Okay, Pisces, there you go. I will be back on Sunday with weekly readings, and I'm here every morning with the daily energy check-ins. If you feel like coming to check that out, that'd be cool. If you need a private reading, send me a message. I'll get you the details. I will never reach out to you first. If somebody does, it's not me, okay? I'm never going to send you a message randomly asking you to be my friend or to go to my backup account either. Not me, okay? You send me a message, I'm tickled to pieces. I send you all the information and we work it out. That's the way it works, okay? You guys all have a great day. Take care. Bye.